We could have a 72nd scale
Hey!
collection of all U.S. bombers.
It's Mom with the Matt
Yeah,
Star!
would be.
I'm Matt!
I'm Matt.
And we're joined by the hive mind of Ken, Jim, Grant, Gavin, and Chris tonight. Welcome everybody. Welcome in. We've been on a 3-week break. Been on vacation. Was a week on the Black River in Lesterville, Missouri. Great time. And 2 weeks in Pensacola Beach, Florida. Saw the Blue Angels fly over twice. That was very cool.
Jelly.
So good time there. Stop by John's Models. I'll show you what I picked up there in just a little bit. And doing some looking and research this afternoon. Welcome to season 11
Wow.
of Mom with the Mats.
Holy smokes.
Yes.
Well,
We are on
guys, you're having
episode
fun.
204. So
Oh, wow. Don't forget us, because we want you to go, hey, we knew you win.
hey, go us. This is awesome. So quick thing we were discussing earlier in the group before we went live about B-17s because Jim is currently working on his. A couple weeks before going on vacation, my parents dropped this off to me. They met Captain Ralph Goldsticker. He was a B-17 navigator and bombardier. Still alive.
Nice.
He was born in 1921, so that means he's 104 years old.
Wow.
Just a couple things. He had a combined 35 missions in Europe.
You got to go home.
Let's see. He flew over Germany, Austria, and France. Let's see. Here was one of their interesting ones. Let's see. Most of Goldsticker's 35 missions involved these types of targets. They were mostly oil refineries, aircraft plants, ball bearing factories, and railroad yards. He completed missions involving cities of Berlin, Leipzig, Munich, Stuttgart, as well as two missions on D-Day.
Oh, wow.
That involved 14 and a half hours in the air.
Oh.
On June 21st of 1944, Lieutenant Goldsticker bombed an oil refinery in Rouen, Germany, and then flew on to Russia in the Ukraine at the time. That night, 47 of the 48 B-17s were destroyed by German Ju-88s and He-111 bombers. After a week being stranded in Russia, the crew then flew back to England with the following connections. Rostov to Tehran to Cairo to Tripoli to Casablanca back to England.
Yikes.
Yeah. On
And
July
he was
30th,
lucky.
yes.
He was the navigator, so he got to sit down.
Yeah. So let's see. So that all happened in June of 44. Then right back at it, July of 44, at 27,000 feet over Munich, a blast of flak under the airplane knocked out 2 of its engines and severely wounded the co-pilot. On September 10th, over Nuremberg, flak again disabled 2 of his engines. Flak damage to the airplane occurred in over 50% of Lieutenant Goldsticker's missions.
Wow.
So half of 35, his airplane came with holes in it that didn't fly home or start off with.
Yeah, they didn't have a big survival rate.
Yeah.
Well, I think Flak took out more planes than actual fighter pilots
And the
did.
Luftwaffe.
Yep. He flew 32 missions as bombardier and 3 as a navigator, and he flew 19 of his missions on the aircraft known as Deuces Wild. So,
This is wild.
yeah, so I wanted to mention that. So
Very
he's still
nice.
alive. So Lieutenant Goldsticker, thank you for your service and taking care of the Nazi horde.
Yeah. Yay! Go Huns! I can't fathom, because I'm 19, I would have been drafted or volunteered during that. I cannot fathom Probably me both. and my classmates, going to Tarawa or Normandy or in Belgium. It can make you depressed if you think about it long enough, and it certainly has for me a little bit.
There's a reason why they're called the greatest generation ever, and it's the truth. It is the literal truth. Those boys had more testicular
Cajones?
fortitude, yeah, than I will ever have.
Yep. So, well, hey, we're starting the next group build since you've been gone. So, I want to show what I was going to be doing. I'm going to do two. I was trying to do two. So, my first one I'm going to do since it's no longer around, I'm doing the Douglas X3 Stiletto.
Nice.
Oh, very nice. Cool.
Nice.
In 1/72. It doesn't say.
It's probably some weird box scale.
It's
Yeah, it probably is.
Let me look it up. I've got the scale mates
Okay.
here.
It's
We'll give it
Ravel.
to Gavin, our resident historian.
X3 was kind of a crappy airplane. The tail was way too small.
Yes.
The Cylinder.
But the
That's exactly right. From a lawn dart.
Yep. The Stiletto is the reason why we have air conditioning in modern airplanes and jet aircraft.
Yep.
Let's see, 1/65 scale.
Yeah.
All right.
Aftermarket, none to be had.
None to be found.
And in typical Ravel fashion, it is Flash City.
Well, of course it is.
Is that the 1994-ish reissue?
Oh, probably not.
Does it have a barcode on it, or is it?
No barcode.
Well, that might be a 69 issue then.
They have the copyright on the instructions. It's usually the header of the instructions. They copyright what year.
1901.
Copyright 1968.
There you
There it
go.
is.
I was
Yep.
7 years old.
I wasn't even born yet.
I wasn't even
Cool,
I wasn't even
that's,
a glimmer in my father's eyes.
What year was it? 67?
68.
That was 2.
And amazingly enough, the decals don't look crispy. Those are some
Wow.
high quality water stickers.
Water sticker.
Wow.
Well, you know what to do if they go south on you.
Yep.
Throw them outside.
That kit was tooled up in 1955, same year my house was built, and that is the 5th issue in 1968 already.
I got the mileage out of that one.
Yeah, it does.
I wonder if Atlantis has that one.
Yeah,
I should
I think
really
they
email them
repopped.
about that.
I think they might have repopped that one.
It doesn't say on here.
I know they've repopped some old Ravel and Monogram box scale
Yeah.
kits.
There you
They
go.
got
There's all the
F100s.
pieces. So
There you
here's
go.
the official picture of it unstarted. So there we go.
Oh, that should go pretty quickly.
Yeah. So there's the one. Here's the reason why I'm doing it though. So Douglas is no longer around.
Oh,
But neither is
look at
Convair.
that. Oh,
Oh, there, yeah.
okay. I can't wait for that.
That's a challenge.
Yeah.
So,
Someone called Jordan.
But yeah,
there we go.
That's his airplane right there.
that is his baby right there. He loves that thing.
So there we
You
go.
should do it like
Unstarted.
it actually saw combat. Look at
I
that
just got
thing.
I just got the res kit wheels for that kit.
There's been a couple guys that have done like the Southeast Asia camouflage that was tested on there, and it looks so good.
Look at that. Look at that. It looks like pearl shampoo.
And that's the first issue kit right there. I can tell you.
That's a nice one.
With the two side boxes on it, yeah.
Yeah, I got mine when it
Yep.
first came out, and it was $10. I bought it from Role Models online.
There we go.
Well, not online. It was mail order. It was
Look at the
$10.
Well,
size of that
unstarted.
wing.
Yeah.
So, I gotta
1980,
do it a natural metal thing.
I think.
That's my plan, natural metal.
I think that kit came out, what, the mid-'80s? 1985-ish?
85.
No, did it? Oh,
Yeah,
I thought it was
yeah.
later than that. I thought we were talking about 70s.
I think that was one of the, it wasn't the last, but it's one of the last kits monogram made before they merged with Revell.
Ah, here we go. 5704, 1985, new tool.
They merged in 87, so I remember asking Bob Johnson, who was one of the guys that worked at Monogram, and he thinks the very last Monogram design kit was the FA Crusader.
Well, I mean,
And that makes sense because I got it and it's got raised panel lines, so.
yeah,
And I know
I mean,
that they switched to recess.
yeah. Well, if you want
So
to be
to prevent it
technical,
from being a
it's
tail
technically...
suitor, I did buy the aftermarket
Oh, cool.
undercarriage.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I think you almost need that as heavy as that thing is, don't you?
right. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why.
Yeah, but that's white metal. You gotta be careful. It may not be as strong as you think it is.
Okay.
They're notorious for bending. White metal stuff bends very easily.
Okay.
Reinforcement.
It's the bronze gears like that Edward put out. Those things are really strong. I don't think they make one for the B-58.
We got, let's see, 32 steps and a whole lot of times twos.
Sounds like my space shuttle.
Yeah. Times two, times two, times two, times two, times two. Yep. So yeah, so that's the plan.
Awesome. Well, I guess I'll fill mine. I haven't already done
I
it.
go get mine, but I've also got some other stuff that I'll have.
I am doing the Asagawa. There's no scale on this either, by the way.
Egg.
The egg, yeah, it's egg scale.
It's egg scale.
It's scrambled scale. The F-14 Alpha Tomcat from Razgriz. Yeah, from the Ghosts of Razgriz, the Razgriz Air Combat Command Squadron from the game.
Oh yeah, Ace
Combat.
They're celebrating their anniversary. 30 years.
I got this from Matt. Where did you get this? Was it at Nationals?
Yeah.
I think this was at Nationals. So, since you've been gone, this is a Grumman.
Yep.
Grumman is no longer around. The Tomcat is, unfortunately, sadly, no longer around. And these markings on here, I'm gonna, except for the really difficult ones and the numbers, I'm gonna try to paint it.
Oh,
That's my challenge, is I'm gonna actually try to paint the stripes and some of the other stuff on there as well, because I've never done it. We'll see how that goes.
yeah, I saw the videos of the Tomcats getting destroyed in Iran, and I almost cried.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
It went pretty quick.
I get it's a war, but man,
Yeah.
I guess when you don't have to fight them, you don't think about those things.
Yep.
You know, it's such a great airplane, though. I mean, why destroy them? You know?
Well, the biggest thing, from what we've heard out of Iran in the past couple of years, they were using them as AWACS aircraft.
Yeah, the radar.
Giant freaking radars.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's still an active threat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%. But, that's just...
Yeah, well, we destroyed all ours.
Yeah.
Well, other than the
Yeah,
ones
well-
in the museums,
Yeah, they're sitting in boneyards right now.
they'll never fly again.
They check the ones up in the boneyard.
Yeah, they won't fly.
Yeah.
They've gutted them. They got rid of any parts that could have been sold to the
Yeah, it's
Iranian.
the cleavers to those things, man.
They shredded them.
If you want to see it, they'll sell me one.
Iran might.
Slightly blemished.
You do.
Slightly used. You pick up.
Fluff out those
Yeah, you-
cracks.
I am building the Tamiya.
Oh, the classic.
Ugh. Two
I
split
got one.
Oh,
right there.
nice.
148 got off the Larson. So that's my. I got some furball decals, and I'm gonna go with the Pacific Scheme. I forget the name of it. It's got some woman on the front. So
What else do you need?
That's right.
not that much. We got the mask from Edard, so you know it's gonna be easy peasy. Tamiya kit, you know, after that Revell.
The razor press. That wasn't a stellar fit on that kit.
Nah.
Yeah, you did an awesome job on it.
You did.
Looked great.
It turned out okay, thank you. And you know, but I think the main thing was coming from to me F4 was a little bit of a shock. Anything
Yeah,
else?
it's kind of a,
Oh, yeah. After that, everything else is trash.
it's like a picture backwards. Right?
Makes you want to build to me only practically. So
They would release some more stuff other than F-35s would be nice. They seem to go on F-35
Right.
crazy.
yeah, I know. I need it. Build some A10s, right?
Yeah, they have an A-10 in there.
Okay, again, I didn't start this fight, so I'm just saying. Oh, and for the record, I actually went down a rabbit hole the other day on YouTube and found combat footage, Gavin, of A-10s doing ground support in Afghanistan and Iraqi Freedom and Desert Storm. So yes, they were in combat. As a matter of fact, there was a lady A-10 pilot that she
Took damage.
dang near she took a lot of damage and she almost got shot down, but she made it back. Yeah.
Nursed it back to the air base.
Yep.
It's
I've never claimed they never saw combat.
I thought you did.
That was Julian.
He's not here, right?
No.
Julian's wrong.
Yeah.
But you did see what the Pentagon put out 2 days ago, right?
Yeah, they're
Did we?
accelerating. Yeah, next year they were supposed to sunset them in 2028, but now they're gonna get rid of them in next year, 2026.
Yeah, they'll be gone by the end of fiscal year 26.
And they got this. They already have a pilot shortage, and apparently there's something like 240 pilots that are A10, and they're scrambling to get them cross-trained so they don't lose them.
Yeah.
It'd be tough to go to any other airplane after flying the A-10, though.
I don't know. You put me in F-35, I might be happy.
Yeah.
Well, maybe, but
Got all the bells and whistles.
talk about your learning curve, Mike.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane. I was,
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
difficult.
Going from an almost analog plane that you don't really have to think about to a plane that thinks for you.
yeah.
Eh,
I was watching something on the F-35, and I didn't know this, but its sensors, it can take signals and pass it through its body from, enemy radar. And then the other thing you can do is you can sit there with F-18s, say that you're getting in a conflict. So the F-35, they're up front on the battlefront, and they're in stealth mode. But the F-18s are too far back to launch a missile and, hit something. They can launch their missiles, and the F-35 is basically using its radar to find the target, pass it to the F-18. It's well beyond the F-18's radar. They're just launching them blind, AMRAAMs, right? And the 35s take them over and guide them in.
Oh,
I did not know you could do that. So
That's kind of what Iran was doing with the Tomcats. Just
Sort
less,
of
little less
lateral.
sophisticated. Yeah. Interesting. You learn more every day.
That's cool.
that is cool.
So a couple Saturdays ago, went to John's Models. I actually talked to, Chris and Gavin and
Yeah.
Jim during that time. Too bad. I'm sorry I couldn't bring you home what you guys were asking because it was, they were all about the same prices and all that. So, but
Yeah, it's a little bit expensive than I thought. That's all right.
Jim, this is coming to your house. Remember?
Oh, Ford GT3.
Cool.
girl, my
So, yeah.
lady.
So that's coming to Jim's house.
Sexy.
He saw that and said, "Hey, get it for me." I was like, "All right." I got Matt a nice set of mag wheels for an upcoming build.
Next kid, I don't like the
Ooh.
wheels.
Oh, nice.
Who makes
Yeah.
those?
So those are cool.
Are they metal? Are they metal?
No,
I don't think so.
no. But
Those are sharp looking.
They're very
Yeah.
chrome.
and
Who makes
then they
those?
did, and I spent a little bit more money than Jim's kit, and I got me one too.
I knew you were gonna get the other one. I knew
Yeah,
you were
so-
gonna get the other one.
So that got that one. So, and then let's see, I got the 2500 scale
There's a
Enterprise
tiny
D
one.
to go along with Deep Space Nine, and to go along with the Defiant.
The Defiant.
One 2500.
Yeah.
So like, how big is it?
They
It's
say
tiny.
Like a standard car kit.
10 inches long.
I'm looking for a good scale that has multiple ships
You're
in it.
bragging.
Yeah. About 10 inches.
So when I printed the Defiant,
Uh-huh.
to show you how small it was, my build plate is pretty small. I could have printed 10 of them.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, that's how small that thing was. I put it in a jewelry box and gave it to Matt.
Yeah. And then I don't have one of these. And I was like, oh, I saw it. It's an Eggplane FW190.
Nice.
So I'll have an I'll have a 190 in egg scale, 144, 172nd, 148, 132nd, and they don't make a 124th one that I know of.
Yeah, they do.
They
They
do?
do. Yeah, I got it. The Airfix one.
Oh,
Airfix.
I'm
Airfix
good.
one. 24 scale.
Oh God. No, you
I
got to
think
complete the
Trumpeter
collection.
makes the one on. I
It's one-
think Trumpeter makes one in 16th. It's a D
Yeah.
model.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You got to get the whole set. It's
Yeah.
like a Pokemon. You got to catch them all.
They need friends.
And then just for fun, I saw this and I was like, it hopped in the little basket. It's a resin. It's called a reconstituted. They couldn't put Star Trek on it, so they had to put it's a class 1701 starship. But yet it gives you the decals for the Enterprise. So allegedly. So
Yeah.
So-
Nice.
Does it say USS Alleged Enterprise?
yeah. No.
Oh, no.
And then these just struck me because I was like, I'm just up for finding some other interesting stuff. Got a Stegosaurus from Tamiya, and
The Pteranodon?
Pteranodon.
Stegosaurus.
Yeah.
Yep. And
I actually
then
built one of them Stegosauruses when I was a kid.
let's see. I
Nice looking kit.
I originally had this kit a while back, and
That's the one Jim built recently.
I donated it to Scale Model Club, and my student didn't do as well as I thought he was going to, and I was like, I really want that back, so I just bought another one. So I got the Bell X1.
That's
Nice.
the same one I built.
Yep.
The Jaeger
So-
one.
It builds nice. If you're going to build it in flight, prepare for a lot of sanding.
Okay.
I love sanding.
It's funny that you mentioned those dinosaur kits because my girlfriend is obsessed with dinosaurs. So I bought one of those pteranodons and had it shipped to her house.
Like, how do you build something?
The Pteranodon.
They have a
Yeah.
they have a Tyrannosaurus that's like, or not Tyrannosaurus. They have a Brontosaurus that's like $75.
Damn it.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It is massive.
Wow, I didn't know they had one.
Yeah,
I know they had a T-Rex. I ended up selling the T-Rex one because it was really an old mold. I think it was from like 1960s. It didn't
Yeah.
look like the T-Rex.
And it's 1/35th scale.
Yeah, it's
So-
big.
Yeah,
Oh, I
that
think-
pteranodon's got like 4 parts.
I was
Okay.
thinking Brontosaurus. I got my dinosaurs confused.
I saw they also have a 6-pack of Velociraptors too. I was like, That'd be kind of cool.
Do they have the feathers or not?
They don't have feathers.
Okay. I
What
happen to
about
like
the
the.
claws? Do they have the claws?
Yes.
Oh yeah, they got the claws.
Yeah.
I happen to like the raptors with the feathers. So
Right.
Do they get the Santa Claus?
Ah. Only if you take it into the desert.
thank you, Bob Delaney. All right.
Well, we're missing Bob tonight, right? So
I was gonna say I didn't know Bob the dad joke guy was here.
someone's gonna come up with a quick quip.
Yeah.
Because
What about the Sandy Claus?
I kind of like the Velociraptor. So
That'd be
that's
good.
a Lindbergh
Oh,
kid. This
that-
thing's terrible.
Really, it
built
looks
it.
pretty decent. That looks awesome.
So I haven't got it, so he can even look at you.
Wait a minute. Look, I'm telling you, it doesn't have the right curvature on the teeth, and the eyes are too close together.
Yes.
That looks like an early war version of the Velociraptor. Sorry, my inner ribbon counter came out.
Your scale counting.
Yes. Yeah, I was about to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
These scales are the wrong scale. Just saying.
And velociraptors did have scales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The claw is supposed to be on the fourth toe, not the third. That is incorrect, sir.
Yes. So
All right. I guess it's my turn.
Yes.
Well, I kind of got
He's
more.
building the Constitution.
Yeah. That thing that we won't mention. I'm kind of mad at it right now.
He's mad at it.
Didn't have anything to do because everyone wanted to go on freaking vacation.
Yeah.
So I house sat for someone while they were on vacation. So that gave
Could
me
have used that time to build a ship model, but hey, just saying.
Yeah. So I whipped out the debit card and I've been buying.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've only bought cars recently. I don't know why. I guess I just got a bug.
I just bought a car too.
Channeling his inner Matt too.
Yeah. And then a Raminator monster truck.
Wow.
All Brothers Racing in where are they at? Champaign, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a couple of guys at work that would probably kill for that model.
They're on eBay. This one was $30.
No, they want it built. They're not builders. They drive
Oh.
cars. No. I wouldn't let them near a model.
Well, you're their friend. Build it for them.
I will not,
Why not?
because it's a diesel.
It is not. It's a gas. They got Hemi V8s. They're the only team to run Chrysler engines.
And it's a Mopar, so that right there negates the possibility of me building it.
hi George. Welcome in, George.
Hey, George.
Yep. He just popped into the
Hi,
chat.
George.
I am
Yeah, I also
George.
got-
George of the Down Under.
Yeah, George of the Outback.
Strong as he could be, mate.
Yeah.
Watch out for that tree.
Watch out for that cuckoo.
That roof.
Kookaburra.
That's what I was trying to think of, but I couldn't think of it. Thank you.
I worked with a guy from the Australian Air Force. He's up the back, and he talked about these wombats. He says nothing gets your attention like going around a curve and hitting one of those damn wombats. Apparently they're big.
It's like hitting an armadillo here.
Yeah, like hitting a deer.
Is that the combat wombat? Or
Yeah. That was at the time. That was
Nice.
late '70s. Didn't know about combat wombats.
Yeah.
what did
And
I do?
All right,
I
what
got
else you got
two
there, Gavin?
squadron books. I got the
Alright.
Alabama squadron book and then the USS Texas book,
Oh, nice.
which it's a thick book. It's like half-inch thick. So
Is that David Doyle that put on that? He's put on some awesome books for Squadron.
yeah, that is
Yeah.
Doyle.
He's got some awesome books. I got this one on the 239. Got a ton of
Yeah.
great photos in it. I don't know why my camera puts everything in reverse. I don't know.
Mine does
Figure
the
out how to
same
fix
thing.
that. There's got to be a setting I got to change to fix that. Yeah.
So when I get everything done, the Constitution moved, and everything done, I'm going to start on the next group build, and I'll do this.
Richard Petty.
Oh,
This
this
is,
is the blade.
What kit?
That says Johan on it.
Yeah, Joanne Kit.
Johan.
So this is a 72
I got the
second
evil
release.
monogram one.
Oh,
72 second release of the Johan Superbird, and I will be doing not the Richard Petty, but his teammate Pete Hamilton in the 40 car
Nice.
sweet.
with the red nose.
Way to go.
Good choices. Good choices.
Because Johan's not around and Plymouth is also not around, so
Well, technically they are. They're just Mercedes-Benz now.
Anybody go to that sci-fi thing?
I'm sorry.
Anybody go to that museum thing the club had over the weekend or whatever?
No,
The space thing?
the one down in Bonne Terre.
Make it
Yeah.
Oh, the space thing.
Yeah. No, they had a pretty good turnout.
I haven't
Yeah, I
seen
think the
pictures.
pictures.
Did they post them over on IPOS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some. I think Bob Delaney put some pictures.
Yeah,
up.
Bob was
Yeah.
there. He was wearing all of his Molly with the Mad gear.
Reppin'.
Yeah.
He wasn't wearing a Darth Vader outfit because I saw some pictures like that too.
What?
There was a costume contest as well as a modeling contest. It was kind of like a sci-fi convention.
Whoa, time out. You're saying Bob Delaney has a Darth Vader?
No. There were people there in costume. It wasn't Bob.
Dude, Bob almost went up a few notches. I'm saying. Come on.
I guess he's recuperating tonight.
Now he's at a soccer game tonight, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
I am
he
the
said he was gonna
Obama of the IPMS.
okay.
Yeah, remember, IPMS July meeting is the Slam Fest. You got 2 hours to build a kit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Lots of fun.
Are you gonna bring that little X jet you got there?
Hey, that looks good.
Maybe.
I like that color.
That's a cool color.
Go
I should
Mango.
have picked up one of those 1/700.
Go Mango.
That looks awesome.
McLaren Papaya.
For you,
Did
Jim,
you
it's
go out and paint 'em
a
in that
medium
club?
Gary.
Those medium.
It's a medium, Gary.
It's a medium Gary.
What'd you say, Chris?
Do they paint in those 2-hour slam fests?
You can. I know that last year there was a guy that brought his airbrush kit out into his car.
That's dedication.
And you know,
That is dedication.
Kevin, what's that hanging off the body of your car there?
That's just the sprue.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah.
I'm just test fitting a nose cone.
and Chris, these are a game
Is
changer.
that a one-piece nose cone?
You got those?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
I don't want to talk about mine.
Daytona kits say
Well, the price is
multi-piece
pretty
nose
cool,
cone.
you know?
Yeah, with this, they just
Hey,
use the
right.
regular Roadrunner, and you
Yeah.
just get on there.
They work.
It actually lines up out perfect.
Yeah, the Revell kit's good like that too.
Oh, that's not, whoa.
The
wow.
wing is multi-piece though.
The wing is?
Unfortunate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it was on the Revell kit too. That was a pain in the butt ski.
It's got the two sides and then the top.
Yeah, and the crossbar.
Yeah.
This is the,
Oh, there it is.
I'm making my current one just like the box art.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
it'll look
nice.
like that.
Sweet.
That it comes with a hood, giant hood decal, so I don't have to paint that, which is nice.
Cool.
Oh, hey, King Bob's on. He said he went to the thing, won 4 awards, got to hang out with his buddy Lou
Still Masto?
Masto.
Yeah. Aztec Dummy. That's the guy in Aztec Dummy. Does the sci-fi stuff.
Yeah.
I was looking at the pictures now. Man.
So George, the white kit I'm working on is one of mine for the group build. It is the Douglas X3 Stiletto, and I'm also doing the B58 Hustler.
I'm excited about the Hustler. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Challenge.
They said there was a guy in a T800 costume won $500 first prize in cosplay.
$200. Wow.
Wow.
I
That's
think I
amazing.
missed my calling.
Yeah, it's got to in the cosplay.
This is the best part of this whole kit. This glass has been banging around in this box since 1972, and there's not a scratch on it.
Wow.
Wow.
Where?
You just jinxed it. Now you're gonna drop it on the floor.
Hey.
I didn't do it. You jinxed it. I wasn't me.
It's simple enough, flat plane. I could probably cut something out of like a tomato, little thing, you know, from the store.
A
Which
tomato?
get your great tomatoes in if I had to.
Oh, I'm like, what are you talking about? You're
Oh,
gonna put tomato paste on your plane?
The little clear plastic
I know.
containers.
I got it now.
hi
Yeah,
LH,
I-
how you doing? Happy summer.
That looks good.
That must be a student.
Yep.
Plane's good too.
She goes, I get ice cream because my power is out.
Wow.
Gotta eat it before it melts.
That's right.
Well, I always like
How
to
do you
eat
handle the
power
heat wave?
Yeah.
I stayed inside.
Yeah.
That's
Trust
out
me,
until
I'm
10
an
Oh.
I'm an air-conditioned gypsy.
Oh, I don't have any AC here. And that heat came up here last week. It was brutal.
You're welcome.
So it was like 3 days of heat, and then it cooled off again. And it's been nice now in the 80s, but
Wait a minute, we're gonna slide over the fact that you don't have any air conditioning?
no. What do
I
I need
don't
the air
need it.
conditioning for? We only have like 3 months where it's really warm.
Is that like a New Hampshire thing?
No, most people here have air conditioning. It's just that I'm too cheap to pay for the electricity, the power. Actually, I had one when I got married. My wife didn't like it, and she wanted a fan in the room. So it's like, okay. So I took the air
Are
conditioner
you
out of the
kidding
bedroom.
me?
Hey, quite
I-
honestly,
I would die without mine.
when you know, if I keep my house at like 70 and I
Yeah,
walk into 80-degree weather, it feels like I'm in an oven.
yeah.
But when the temperature gets up to 95 and I keep the temperature in the house at about 85,
Yeah.
it's not that bad. You know, you
Yeah.
walk out, oh, it's
It's a
good.
good heat.
Yeah.
But down here in my workshop, it's fairly cool because I'm in the basement. It's sort of
Yeah.
below ground,
Yeah.
and that's where I spend most of my weekend time if I'm not mowing the lawn or working outside on something.
How's your humidity in the basement?
Not bad.
You got a dehumidifier?
No, I just have the door open and I got a fan blowing in, and that seems to be fine. It's
Mine
only
sits-
those really hot days that it gets kind of bothersome, but it's
Mine
pretty
sits at
rare.
about 70 and it gets kind of muggy, and after a while you kind of acclimate to it, but still,
Yeah.
you get down here from a nice
See,
dry
we're just-
upstairs.
Yeah, we're just in July now. By August, things start cooling off again, and then we're back in the deep freeze. Like first day of September, it'll be like freezing.
Yeah.
You're kind of right. I think the hottest times in summer I remember is like typically like June and July.
Yeah,
August every now and then we'll get a heat wave, but
yeah. And
Yeah,
for us,
so-
June was only those 3 days in June that were really hot. Other than that, it was really nice in June.
yeah, we had about a week's worth from about middle of June in. Yeah,
I
that
grew
was,
up in San Diego. We never had air conditioning there.
here you go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I have air conditioning in my truck, so when I'm going to work, I'm living the life. I come home tonight and I hug my wife. She felt like a hot potato,
Yeah.
and she's just hugging me like, oh, I gotta absorb your coolness. I was so cold. I had like set to 65 in
Say,
my
thanks,
truck.
honey. I think I'm pretty cool too.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
My basement stays at 55 all year round.
Wow, that's cool.
And Gavin never leaves the basement.
Nope. Touching grass is for nerds. Yeah, our house is double layers of cinder block with concrete in the holes of the cinder blocks. So it's like 10 or 12
You're
inches
good.
thick.
You're
Yeah.
insulated and bulletproof, by the way.
Yeah.
I think a 50 would go through that just fine. Thank you very much.
That's why I'm wearing a sweatshirt, man. I'm down here in the basement. We have dual air conditioners, one for upstairs and downstairs, and it's freezing down here.
Well, first try, I got the right size to match my wheel on the old shadow line. Normally it takes me like 3 tries to get the right diameter. First try, I got it perfect.
Ooh,
Unbelievable.
see, skills are improving.
You'll mark one eyeball.
Right.
So the house I was watching had this dehumidifier in the utility room, and it had a 3 or 4 gallon tank on it. And when it fills all the way up, it shuts off. And it filled up about every 2 hours over the heat wave.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Gallons of water.
Gallons.
Yeah.
Yep. AKs are out.
I like the Steve Wright joke where he's like, I bought a humidifier and dehumidifier and I let him battle it out.
See who shuts off first?
Who wins that battle?
I was like the one where he said he was in love with his orthodontist, so he would just eat a whole box of Oreo cookies before he went to the dentist. Did he die? I haven't heard anything much from. Did he?
I'm pretty sure he did.
That's a
Who did?
Steve
Stephen
Wright?
Wright.
Stephen Wright.
Steve Wright, the comedian.
2019. I
Oh
think.
wow,
Huh.
that's a shame.
Some of the best one-liners in the game.
Oh yeah.
Amen. Amen.
We're
Oh,
hilarious.
and that dry presentation, man. You just
Oh,
can't.
yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
couldn't beat it.
that's
You know,
him.
you're like, you're like, why isn't he laughing? That stuff is gold.
Right. Can you imagine Rodney Dangerfield doing doing a right? A mash of Wright and Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh god.
Yeah. I went to McDonald's the other day. They told me I didn't deserve a break.
Gee, that's comedic gold. I don't care who you are.
I can hear Wright saying that too, man.
Yeah.
Deadpan and everything, man.
You know who I miss is two actually. George Carlin, one of my favorite comedians ever,
Oh yeah.
and then Sam Kinison.
Oh man, I was waiting for that guy to throw a stroke, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That probably would kill him. But
No, our accent.
God, what a
He
funny
got
dude.
about as worked up as
Lewis Black.
Lewis Black does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Who was the other guy that did that? Not John.
Oh, there was a bunch that used to do that.
The whole.
Bobcat Goldthwait.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I could never tell if he was faking it or not, though. You know, I could never ever tell.
Dennis Leary.
Oh, Dennis Leary kills me.
Hey, he's got that smart sense of humor.
Yeah. Is it impossible to get a cup of coffee-flavored coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dennis is great.
Yes,
I like
sir.
my steak raw. Bring me the cow. I'll cut off what I want and ride the rest home.
That's right.
Let me tell you my introduction to George Carlin. So
Oh, I love
Thomas
George.
the Tank
when I was a young child, they would play reruns on PBS of Thomas the Tank Engine.
Okay.
And for the American dub of the the models and stuff, for the American dub, George Carlin was the narrator.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And that's how
Yeah.
I found out who George Carlin was. And then,
He was on Sesame Street.
yeah,
Yeah.
Sesame Street. Sesame Street. But you know, we should have Sesame Street.
I bet he wouldn't be on there now, though.
Nope.
Nope. They're too woke for him now. George Carlin is in his grave going, yep, I told you guys. I told you. Nobody wanted to listen to me.
Oh no, that was Robin Williams.
it's one big party and you're not invited.
You're not invited.
Okay, 1 down, 2 to go.
And that's about all I can say with George Carlin because any more and it gets you in trouble.
Yeah.
11 seasons down the drain.
Yeah, there they go. Sorry, Matt.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Oh,
So
maybe.
do we have a list tonight?
Well, I didn't know we were gonna possibly do one because of all the other stuff we've been talking about and all that. So just kind of catching up and everything. So
So something information for the hive mind. One, I have 2 pieces of information. One, Schaefer's Hobby has the big 400 milliliter bottles of Mr. Color Leveling Thinner. I know, I bought one last weekend. So now I actually have 800 milliliters of Mr. Color Leveling Thinner. I am in heaven.
Will someone mail me some, please?
Why is that stuff so hard to get?
They do it on purpose. No,
Yeah.
seriously. I looked this up. I actually asked the same question. And, Ken, what I was told by any number of people is that Mr. Color, the people that make it, or Gunsy or whoever it is, they make it in small batches and then they hold on to it. And then they sell it and they know they're going to sell out. So they're making a lot of money off of it at any rate.
Yep.
And then they know they do it again and again and again, and every time it sells out.
Yep.
That's why they do it. That's 100% why they do it. So I also got this, and I'm going to talk about the company because I think it bears mentioning.
I wanna.
This is all the stuff to completely rebuild my
You're gonna
Hey,
rebuild your
gas, the
camera?
Was
gaskets.
not cheap.
Oh,
Yeah, this is my the TRN1.
Woo,
Yeah,
woo.
that's a
Now.
trigger model.
yes.
Cool.
Yeah, here, I'll show you. I don't know if I've ever shown my airbrush on that thing.
George wants to know. I see Ken masking something. Ken, what are you masking?
I'm masking the wheels to my P39 because I sprayed the silver, but now I gotta spray the rubber black
Gotcha.
tires,
You got to paint it black, is what you're saying?
paint it black, and this little shadow line cutter works really good for cutting out small circles, big circles.
So that is my Iwata TRN1 dual action trigger. So you depress the trigger halfway, you get air, and then after that it's paint.
Nice.
I love
It's
this
like
thing.
It's like a mini paint gun from like an auto body
Exactly.
shop.
Some of the features of this thing, it's got a stop on it. So I actually have it set to where when I depress the trigger fully, I barely get paint anyway. So I don't have to sit there and guess. But I bought this and my air compressor from a company online called the Merry Artist, MERRI Artist. And I picked up everything I needed, gaskets, O-rings, needle, everything. And I doubled up on everything for $50.
Wow.
They have excellent prices.
Where is this at?
It's online. It's called the Merry Artist. MERRI Artist. And
But,
Because I need to get some seals for mine. Those little gaskets.
mhm.
Jim, post that in the group.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it.
I got it. I'll post it.
Sweet. Maybe I can rebuild my Iwata one.
Oh, if it's an Iwata, they have.
Yeah, I don't have the TR, the trigger model, but I got one of the The inexpensive
Put it in the
ones
chat.
that you could get from,
Oh, did you
like,
already?
from Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Jim
If
put
that's
it
the
on the
right
Facebook
one.
group too.
Yep, that's it.
Nice.
Now,
Because I
where's
know
the-
there was another one, the air gunner or whatever it was.
Spray
Spray gunner?
Spray gunner.
Yeah. I got
And
one.
I compared their prices, and the Mary Artist is actually a little cheaper. So,
Oh, man, well, this place is pretty good. I already, there's like, they have like a parts section just for airbrushes. I'll put that in
Yeah.
the chat.
yeah. They
And then
actually
they-
have exploded views of
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
airbrushes.
And then it's got each model on, or, like Iwata, a Badger.
Yeah.
It's very good. I have the HPC,
Mm-hmm.
I think. HPCS Eclipse. Oh, very nice. And that has all the O-rings. They're definitely cheaper. These O-rings
Yeah.
were $11 somewhere else.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yep.
insane.
I almost cussed.
I got my O-rings from Harbor Freight.
Sorry, Matt.
The rubber one, but they're not the right size.
No.
You get an assortment. You got to find the closest size, but it's not.
This
perfect.
place even had the O-ring for the color cup, which Iwata no longer makes. They have those. Now they're running out. They're short on stock, but they do have them. So yeah, highly recommend them. I've been using them for years.
This place, this website,
Yep.
man, this is awesome. These
I love the
prices
hive
are
mind.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm buying a needle and two sets of O-rings right now.
Yep.
Right now.
I bought 2 needles, 2 nozzles. The what is it that it's made of beryllium. It's that white weird plastic crap that.
Yeah.
But I did it because they have an exploded view of my airbrush, and that's who I bought my airbrush and compressor from. And I didn't spend more than $250 for both. They have my airbrush now up there for like $72. So yeah.
Say, but you've had yours for what? 3 years now? 4 years?
It's still the same. If you look on it now, if you look up the TRN1, Tango Romeo November 1, I don't think it's not more than $100.
So check this out. This website's so good. So I'm on the Iwata HP-CS Eclipse. That's what I have, right?
Me
And
too.
it's got a 0.35 needle. And I've been wanting to see if I can get a 0.5 for like doing primer and stuff. They have a link right on the parts page that says parts for converting the Eclipse CSBS or SBS to the larger 5.5 nozzle, and then you click on it, and it's got the 3 parts I need to order. Instead of me trying to do all the research, I just order all 3 parts, and I'm probably
It
gonna
works. It works
Nice.
because I did the same thing. I've got a 0.5 needle for mine, and I just bought it and stuck it in there and it worked. I didn't have to experiment or nothing. I trusted it, and it worked.
Without
No, I
changing
don't-
the nozzle?
No, you have to change, on mine, you have to change the nozzle.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Because the
3 parts
needle
on mine.
is physically bigger, yeah.
You need the fluid nozzle, the actual needle, and the air nozzle cap for mine.
Yeah.
So three parts. This is pretty cool. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I mean,
I
literally,
highly,
this phone is
I highly recommend it. Inexpensive, very inexpensive. Because they don't sell for modelists. They are artists. It's like a higher end version of Michaels is what it is. You know.
Gotcha.
They're gouging their artists. They don't realize modelers are using their website now.
It's like the Louis Vuitton of Michaels, right?
I say
Yeah.
they find out modelers start using it, and they jack the prices three
Yep.
times.
That's what'll happen.
Going back, talking about leveling thinner, George said the leveling ingredient that comes from whales. So
What?
it comes
Whales
from
in-
Wales. It goes.
In the UK or Wales
Yeah.
is in the
Oh,
animal?
no.
Whales
Country
is
of the
the
animal.
aquatic animal.
Oh, it looks like the animal. Yeah. WHALES. Yeah, that's not the country.
I thought they no longer did stuff like that with whales. I thought there was no.
Oh yeah, they do.
I
100%. Oh, 100%.
You don't want to know where the imitation vanilla used to come from.
That's I
George
didn't
also says, "Oh, that's a joke about the whales." Okay, never mind.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All
Hearing from unicorns.
George also says Chris
That's,
can
that's, I
just
thought
get.
that's why we called it unicorn tears. I thought it was unicorn pee.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unicorn P. Yes.
But some
George says,
Kentucky-
Chris, you can get an Iwata Revolution that is a 0.5 millimeter, and it's probably Iwata's cheap as airbrush.
Oh, right on, man.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, well, just for like doing big coats, like a primer in a plane or something.
Yeah.
What does yours do now? Is it a 0.35?
0.35, that's what it came with. It works pretty good.
I use
but,
mine
I mean,
for that.
Yeah, I mean, I can do it, but I feel like I'm going forever, and I end up buying those 1,500 Mr. Surface's 1,500 rattle cans for large subjects, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a Neo that I use for large area primary.
Yeah, that's what the TRN1 is a Neo, but it's a trigger version.
Yeah, trigger Neo.
I have a
I get
called a
that.
Gallery. It's the knockoff Iwata, but it's like the best knockoff Iwata you can buy.
It's
And
good.
This is the one I wanted. Well, Gary stuff. He drew my name out of the comments in the YouTube video, and he's like, "Ken, you gotta send me your mailing address," and he sent it to me.
Yeah, that's the one I have. When I got mine, I got it on sale. It was $25.
I tell you, that gets mixed reviews. Some people get it and it works great right off the bat. Other people get one and it like takes forever to get it fixed.
Yeah, I used
Well,
to.
actually, I'll tell you about that. So I got mine, and it came with a bent needle. But I emailed them, and it wasn't half an hour later. They emailed me back, "We're sending you another needle."
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's good when you get great customer support like that.
Yeah. You guys ever watch that Dave G's airbrush or look at that Facebook page, Dave G's airbrush?
No.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
I've
No.
heard of that.
I posted a link to it a while back. He does.
Go ahead.
He doesn't. He's been trying. When you see what he does with these galleries, it strikes you as sometimes you can get a silk purse from a sow's ear, and sometimes you can't. And that's what he's been trying to do: is take a galleria and try to make it work better.
Yeah.
And so he gets mixed. He and a lot of other people get mixed results with those things. Like I said, one came a bent. You got a bent needle right out the bat. You know, how does that happen?
Yeah, dude. You've seen the tips of these things, and you breathe on them wrong, they're gonna bend.
Yeah, but I mean, they're. So that means they either tested it, inspected it, and it was good. When they boxed it somehow between the time they tested it and you got it, the needle got bent. Or they're not doing production quality control.
Right.
Yeah.
And that kind
Probably not. It probably got to the end, and then some ham-fisted guy just like, throw this in box.
well,
And
you
that's
know,
what he did.
a lot of companies save money by not doing that quality control check.
Probably don't get
And the philosophy is,
Microsoft doesn't do that quality control check.
no, we do, Chris. We're the alpha, beta, and gamma testers for Microsoft.
Yeah.
That's one we got.
Yeah.
So that's pretty common nowadays. Is they
Finally,
just
nice of,
they figure they're going to get 1 out of 100 or 1 out of 1,000 failures, and they just figure, hey, we can save a lot of money, and when that 1,000th customer gets the bad one, we'll just send them an email saying the part's in the mail.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's good customer service as far as I'm concerned.
It is.
Hey,
And
hey, guys.
I mean,
I gotta bail. We'll see you guys next week.
Hey, man, take care.
I can.
See you,
Oh my
Ken.
God, it is already 9 o'clock.
I know. That's what I said.
Hey,
We're
God
not,
bless.
no time for.
Pumpkin time.
Okay.
Yeah, have a great rest of your week.
All
See
right,
you,
Ken.
Ken.
See you later, buddy.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, as far as customer service in models, I've really never had a problem. It's pretty tight, close-knit community. See, last week I bought about $80 worth of 3D printed stuff from Jim Rogers. He is a co-owner of Salvino's JR Models. They do all the NASCAR kits.
Okay.
And then I got, I was opening it up, and there's this clear resin tree for headlights and taillights for one of the Le Mans cars, and one of the headlights was missing. And so I emailed him. I said, "Hey Jim, I opened this up. One of the taillights is missing." And I went back because I did a video about this. I looked at my video. It was missing on there too. So he's like, "Okay, well, I'm just gonna send you a whole nother,
The whole tree.
yeah, no, it's in the mail." And I was like, "Okay." And then as soon as I got done reading his email, I got the UPS notification. So
Wow, that's cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
That does not happen a lot.
I've called Korea in California and gotten replacement parts, and they're really cool about it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Tammy is usually really good about.
They answer the damn phone. Like I talked to her on the phone.
Yeah.
Unless you do
Human
it
people.
for GT.
Oh,
I emailed Tamia because
No, I said,
my
you have to go buy
girlfriend,
another kit. That's why we have our,
my girlfriend's doing their Brewster Buffalo
Yeah.
from the 70s. I got her an original 1974 issue at the Open last year in September,
much good.
and she lost the glass. And I was like, "Hey, could I get some more glass to us? I'd pay for it. It's the original issue. I know you changed the glass in the later ones." They're like, "Oh yeah, we got the glass for the 50-year-old kit, and you can have it for free. Just send me your address."
Holy crap. Oh, I know what I'm doing. That's nice.
I say,
So
when
you don't
when
hear-
you
yeah.
gonna have your girlfriend on here? She needs to come on Wednesday night.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I can ask her. I'll send her the meet link. She might.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounded really, really. Never mind. See, I almost did it.
You did. You almost did. Thank you.
I'm glad I didn't.
Alrighty. Let's table that part for now. Pull the back out.
I want to see how much of this kit I actually build, considering I'm sanding all this flash off and it's like slowly disappearing.
There ain't gonna be any kit left.
Hey,
Good thing about lacquer is it dries really fast.
What's the bad thing about lacquer?
The smell.
Smelly.
Yeah.
And you got to use a special chemical to clean it up.
Just lacquer
Yeah.
thinner.
After I get done with the session, I can hear the color blue.
Hear and taste it.
What does the number 9 smell like?
Alright, let's see how that's going. Ah! You don't do that.
Yeah.
Bad for you.
That was bad for me. I just took a mini screwdriver and just jammed it into my finger.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, that doesn't ever work right.
No.
And painful, by the way. Just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it felt amazing. Just right into it.
It'll quit bothering you once the pain goes away.
What? That's how that works. Okay, all right. I got it.
Alright. Little mold engine.
Says we need more younger modelers online, inspiring others like Gavin does. Yes.
Alright, let's take a look here. Where
So when Marion goes, "Hey, Matt One's here. He's one of the young guys," and I'm like, I'm gonna
That's
be
right.
52 this year.
that's right. Hey, Julian, do you think the feds busted Julian for the kids in a box thing?
I don't know. Yeah, I saw that.
What do you do?
He mistyped instead of writing "kits in a box." He put "kids in a box."
Oops.
Into the box.
You're gonna diddy him.
Yep.
Yeah, gonna buy him.
I showed up at his door and go, "Excuse me, I hear you got tacos in your box."
Hey, did he get off?
Who?
Did he get off?
All except two
Oh,
charges.
Yeah, 2 charges
I
each.
heard he. Yep. I heard he did.
He he got out of all the serious ones.
Unbelievable.
I think.
You
I
can still
think
get
that
20
just-
years or something like that for the other one. Probably
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
So he's
gonna
still,
write a
he's
book
still gonna
now.
get sentenced to prison time, but it won't be like life.
No, that's what's going to end up happening. He's going to write a book about it. He's the victim, and he's
Yeah.
going to make money.
Yeah.
He's going to get street cred for his like 2 years in probation prison.
Yeah.
Speaking of people that got lucky, Kohlberger, whatever his guy's name is, took that plea deal.
Oh, the college
Yeah.
killer or whatever. Yeah,
Good Lord.
I saw that.
That guy needed to die.
I agree.
Man, did you guys hear the audio from the court?
Oh,
Yeah.
when they read that verdict, they were not very happy people.
No. The Kornberger guy. You know, the judge was asking, "Did you murder or did you kill thus and such a person?" And the guy goes, "Yes." And all of his answers were yes, and they were so matter of fact. There was no emotion. It was just,
Yeah, it was like they were reading back his McDonald's order. Do you want fries? And he said yes.
yeah.
I mean, it was
exactly.
weird.
Yeah.
Man,
Humans, we're doomed.
Some people ain't right in the head.
Nope.
Julian seemed upset.
Julian seemed upset.
Why was Julian upset?
I don't know.
He did open up that tank yesterday and was missing like 4 runners.
Oh yeah, he was.
yeah.
He was missing wheels of all things. Yeah, he couldn't have been happy about that.
4 runners?
Yeah,
Yeah, runner trees.
yeah.
Holy
Four
crap.
spurs.
And those kids are not cheap. They're not.
Did he buy that new?
Yeah.
Who made it?
Yeah, yeah.
Right
It was
field model.
right field. Yeah, those guys, they don't do cheap, but yeah, it sucks because he opened it up and you're supposed to get 2 sprues of those steel wheels because it's German, and he only got 1. And then he started looking around, and there was like 2 or 3 other sprues that he didn't get, and it's like, why even bother to start?
Yeah.
At that point.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I feel you, buddy. That sucks. Yeah, that's not good quality control right there. I don't care who you are.
Jesus.
All right. What's that?
Well, check out the size of this decal sheet. So there's a squadron book.
Wow.
That's for 1 car.
Oh, man.
Holy crap.
Our car, right?
It's a 2023 car when Hendrick Motorsports took a cup car to Le Mans for the 24-hour race.
Oh,
That blue Garage 56 Camaro. I'm doing that car hopefully this winter. That's what all the 3D parts are for. That's why I need the headlights and the taillights, because it actually has real headlights and taillights.
oh, they light up?
Yeah, because they have to race at night. Le Mans.
No. I mean on the model.
Oh no, it's just clear plastic instead of, you have to remount the on the cup car. Here, I've got the donor kit right here. I'll show you.
Donor. Oh, you buy extra kits for them.
Yeah, so Mike's Decals is a big person in the NASCAR modeling community, and he sells unboxed donor kits. You just get your parts and your instructions without decals, and it's half the price of regular kit.
Okay. I was never a guy that did that though. I know a lot of people that will buy like 2 or 3 of the same kit just in case. But what if you don't need it?
Well,
Right.
then you see it on
You got
steel
the
model graveyard.
boneyard diorama in your head forever.
Yeah, right.
There you go. The shelf of shame strikes again.
Comes a demolition derby vehicle.
So here you can see I need to
I'll
put a
go.
shade over that light.
Ooh, suck.
Oh, right there. That's where fog lights go.
Oh,
So you'll ream that out, and then you'll put this clear 3D part in there, and it'll look something like that, little bit.
Nice.
So it's got the running lights, the headlights, and it'll have the tail lights.
Oh, are you kidding me?
no.
Oh, there it is. Hold on.
Not kidding.
Oh,
That's
you-
serious.
Hold on, I gotta play surgery here. Mongo angry.
So, let me ask you guys a question.
Let me ask you a question.
So, I'm going through this kit, and I'm getting all these trees all squared away, you know, A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
I'm missing a C. I mean, there's not a C, and I looked at the instructions. There's no C tree. There's no, it goes up to, it stops at E, and then it goes to L.
Are you and Julian shopping at the same place?
No. Oh, there's an F. Okay, there's an F.
Okay, so here's the thing. They may not have, they're probably not going to be in alphabetical order, and it could be that maybe they're planning on doing a different tooling later on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, multiple versions is what I would think.
Yes. Because they did that with mine too. I've actually got I've got a whole different set of tires, wheels, the tailplane, and propellers, and a whole cockpit setup. But it looks like I've also got the chin turret for the G model in here.
Gotcha.
And yeah, so it's probably for that. Yeah.
Not that I thought they were missing. I just because I didn't see a G. What was it? L. Yeah, I didn't see the other letters in the kit in the instructions. So just like kind of curious why they don't have consecutive lettering.
Yep.
That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Especially like the P50. Yeah, exactly.
Because they probably do. It's just they haven't used it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or that's a later version, you know, without them.
Right.
My to me F4B came with like extra missile, extra tail. I know they're gonna make a J. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like the it's like the original 51 had that didn't have the bubble canopy, and later on they put the bubble canopy.
Or didn't have the fin on the tail. Yeah.
Yeah, changes the profile of the fuselage, so you have to have a different
Yeah.
fuselage.
Yep.
NR does that too a lot. Like my
Trumpeter did that. Yeah, they had the tail fin, and they had to add on that piece because the tail fins, the vertical stabilizer is different.
couple of my NR kids have multiple props, and they tell you not. They like on their instructions. They're like they'll mark off. Don't use these pieces, and it's like a whole almost half a tree, right?
Yeah, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I've also got the ones where it's like you get an option of like a flat head or a round head or something, and it's like
Yeah.
you get done and you're right. You get done, you got all these extra parts left, and you're like,
What did I miss?
yeah.
What did I miss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Metal
digging
Earth
this.
does that. Metal
I'm
Earth
digging
does. They give you a bunch of little extras, and so you get done with the thing. You find these little extra pieces in there, and you're like, what?
So I'm digging the glass file.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. We have it right now, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, it was.
I like that it doesn't get dirty.
And when it does, it's just take it with an old toothbrush and run it in some water, and it's
Yeah.
you can do it again.
It really doesn't go dull either. So
No, it hasn't. Mine hasn't yet.
And I've been hogging with mine a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fixing to chuck it into a 12-volt drill and see what it'll do.
Well, one per customer, Gavin. One free one.
Oh, come on. The Constitution can't be that.
Well, mine is a 1995 issue. So at that point, it was 30 years old already. And if you're going to build that kit, get the earliest issue you can. It's just like Matt's stiletto there. It's got as much flash as plastic parts.
Well, we love Flash because we're model builders, not model assemblers.
Flash is for cameras, not models.
I agree. I agree.
So George says he goes his Monogram 88B had a major problem. It was missing both fuselage halves.
Oh.
Well, that's kind of important.
Yeah, those are kind of needed.
Can't VTOL without, the plane.
V.
Right.
Yeah.
But he
Your
said
plane was missing plane.
he found a guy selling a partial kit, and he's meeting him tomorrow, so he'll have a complete kit finally.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he also says, Gavin, your Hudson looks great.
Yeah, thank you.
So
Finally, after 2 years of putting it off, I finally finished it.
Well, but if you ever want to do the Hudson like they did in cars, you could just paint eyes on the windshield and be done.
Yeah, that's why I painted it blue. Actually, I could just draw eyes on a little piece of paper
And stick it in the windshield. Oh my God, that would be cool.
yeah, that'd be funny.
I want to do that to my Christine model.
Might do that.
Make it like a car version.
Yeah,
The girl go-
Matthew Inman sent me that kit from Model Car Videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yep, he sent me that couple years ago, actually.
So Gavin, thanks for tagging us when you post your videos. We appreciate that. That's pretty cool. I got it said, you've been mentioned in a YouTube video. I was like, what? And I clicked on it. I was like, oh, it's Gavin. Oh, there's Mom with the Mats on there. So thank you.
Yeah, I tag you guys. I tag my friend at Max's Models in Florida.
Get that oven.
And then I tag Matthew.
Should be the blue cap over there in the corner.
What? It's funny. I tested it all this glass
Freaking kid.
before I painted this thing,
And now it don't fit.
and none of it fits now.
Paint.
Knew you were going to say that.
Paint.
Of course, it's a clear piece.
Oh, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I got the top turret done. I don't know if anybody can see that or not, but,
Yeah, it looks good.
well, it does from far away anyway. The guns are straight. Thank you, Marion. The ball turret guns are straight-ish. Thank you again. Well, that was one of the biggest critiques that Marion had about my Liberator or my Mitchell, is that the guns weren't straight. So now every time I'm putting guns on a plane, I hear his voice in my head. My guns aren't straight.
How you expect to shoot anything with your guns crooked?
I just shoot crooked.
That kind of sounded like him, actually. That was wow. Somebody's been hanging around Marion too long.
I've never met the guy.
Has anyone watched the Planes movie, the one like Cars? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Both of them.
love that one because it's got a Corsair in it.
Yep. I grew up on the Cars, and then my brother was a toddler when Planes came out, so he grew up on that. I wish they would have done more with that. They've only made 2 of them. They can still make another one, I guess.
And the firefighter one wasn't bad because you know who did the voice of the helicopter? Do you guys remember a show called Chips?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember
And
the
they
blonde guy? That
They
was it.
referenced him. They referenced him in that movie too, which
They
was
did.
fun.
They did. I can't think of his name now to save my life. Everybody remembers Punch, but
John.
John, yeah,
that's it.
that's it.
I saw Punch in the airport like 2 years ago. People were like getting selfies with him.
Yeah, he didn't age well.
He's short too. Yeah.
He is short.
Are you sure about that? Are we
Yeah.
seeing the same guy?
Eric Estrada.
Eric Estrada.
Yeah.
I saw him on TV
Yeah.
the other night. He's looking younger than I thought he should look.
He looks okay to me. I mean, I instantly recognize him. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's one of those kind of people that you know him the moment you see him. But
Yeah, and especially when he was a cop.
yeah, it's the smile. It was the teeth that always gave it away for me.
Yep.
I used to love that show.
Me too.
John Baker. That
Their
was his name
boss
on the
just
show.
passed away. That guy that played their
Yeah.
boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the dad of Chris Pine.
Yeah.
That was Chris Pine's father. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's when I found out about it. Well, they had the same name. I just never put two and two together.
Did they have the same name?
I thought so.
I don't remember the boss's name at all. The actor's name anyway. I don't remember. But
Let's see. Any cool movies or TV people have watched? Another question from George.
not yet. But
Did you see
there-
F1?
not yet. I'm actually gonna go see that maybe this weekend.
I'm gonna see that soon. F1. Yeah.
I cannot wait. I heard it was really good.
I saw the John Wick spin-off Ballerina a couple weeks ago. That was excellent.
Did you like it? There's a lot
I
of people
really
that
did.
hated that movie.
I really liked it.
There was a lot of people that didn't.
Yeah, well, they hate. Every time there's
Well,
a
there's a lot
female-led
of haters
action
involved.
movie that comes out, they always get bad.
Hey
bad
man, they hated
reviews
Star
for
Wars
whatever
when it
reason,
first
but
came
this one
out.
was excellent.
That's true. They did.
Where's that?
That's like the biggest IP in the world.
And of course,
now-
we all
and now
saw that Spaceballs 2 is actually going to happen
Yes, that's
Yeah, I
fun.
saw that.
with Rick Moranis coming out of retirement.
Yeah.
Jesus.
He's never going to be able to take the helmet off.
Aiden saw How to Train Your Dragon yesterday.
Live action.
Live action.
Did you
Loved
see
it.
that? Did you?
Yeah, Aiden did. I didn't. That
I
was,
like the original.
yeah, I like the original. He said it was good too.
So we were going to go on $5 Tuesday, but then we saw it was like a 2-hour movie. Like, it's too late. 'Cause
There's
the
one
kids
movie
with
that's
the-
getting ready to come out that I want to see. I just saw the trailer for it called Hail Mary.
I saw
with-
something about that.
me and Wendy read the book, and wow, what a great book. It's by the same guy that did The Martian. So if you like that movie, yeah.
Yeah, I love that movie. The book
I'm
was
excited, I'm excited about this one. I'm definitely looking forward to this
I'm
one.
ready for the Liam Neeson Naked Gun remake.
You know,
Preview
yeah.
for that looks hilarious.
So here's the thing. At first I saw that, I'm like, there's no way that anybody can replace Leslie Nielsen, right? But
Then
the
you
more
watch
I
the
look
trailer.
at that, then the more I watch him do it, I'm thinking, okay, he can play it with that deadpan, right?
Yeah.
And he kind of nails it. I want to see it, but I want to know who they're going to get to play O.J. Simpson's part.
It's a younger guy's playing his son or something like that.
Oh, is
I
it?
didn't recognize him.
I watched.
It's him and I think Pam Anderson.
Oh God.
So
Really?
George, if you have Amazon Prime, I watched the Earnhardt documentary because NASCAR, and it was really good. So if you're into that. I think Carol's going to try and jump on here in a minute too, so I'll stand by for that.
Standing by for the girlfriend.
Watch. Everybody straighten up.
Be nice, Jim.
Why is it always me?
Jim
Because
is not.
it's you, man.
It's always me.
Of course it is.
You're the only sailor present.
Because I'm not.
You know, with friends like you, who needs other? Don't you? Oh,
Grant and Chris are in the Air Force, so they don't count.
Yeah.
oh.
Oh, no. We found much more sophisticated intellectual ways to
Yes.
George, that Alien Earth TV series does look pretty interesting. I'll give it a shot.
Has anybody watched the new Nautilus TV series?
Didn't know there was one.
No, what is that?
Yes.
What's it on?
Well, it's 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea, only it's, yeah. It looks mildly interesting. I thought I'd watch it the other day, and then, yeah. It looks like, you know what it reminds me of? It almost looks like a Bollywood movie. I don't know if you've ever seen any of those, but that's what it kind of reminds me of. But, you know, I always was fascinated with the story of Nemo and, you know, the Nautilus and all that. And come to find out, they're doing a little bit of a twist on it, where Nemo and his crew members were slaves that had to build this ship, and then they escaped, and that's how they get the Nautilus. Yeah, which is not what Jules Verne wrote, but, you know, hey, whatever.
What movie do we see before going to Florida?
Lake Placid.
George, I just got done finishing season 2 of Arnold Schwarzenegger's show on Netflix, Fubar. It's an okay show.
I just watched Conan the Barbarian the other day.
Carol!
Hello.
Watch
Sideways.
He's sideways, and he thought I had to straighten up.
That's my
There.
fault. I told her she should do it horizontal.
Hi, Carol.
Your microphone's off.
Say, we cannot
Hold
hear
on.
you.
Hello?
Hello.
There you are.
Show
She
Matt
came to
the Savannah gun.
airplane swap meet.
Oh, yeah?
That's where you have to meet her. Yeah.
Look here. This doesn't show me.
Oh, we saw Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning. That's the one we saw.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was good.
Oh,
It
Rick.
has to be the last one with Tom Cruise because there's no way they could really up that.
Because he died.
No.
He retired.
Yeah.
No.
He probably should have retired a long time ago.
Hey, you know, you guys remember that TV show called The Prisoner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Secret Agent Man?
Secret Agent
I
Man.
wonder if they're going to do something like that to Tom Cruise when he's done with the Mission Impossible movies. Because
He's got to be done with them now.
they can't acknowledge the fact that he's doing what he's doing. So how are they going to protect those secrets? They're going to send him to that
Yeah.
same place they sent Patrick McGowan.
George is kind of a slow burn.
Ow.
Okay. I'm going to use.
I am excited about Fantastic Four.
Are you? I am not.
Yeah.
I
This
am
is
totally not.
Star Trek New Discovery, whatever it is coming on soon.
Yeah, I'm excited about Fantastic Four, and I'm a little leery about Superman, but being the fact that James Gunn is doing it, and I like all the Guardian of the Galaxies,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wanting to give it a shot too.
DC just can't get their head out of their butts and make a dynasty. But
I agree.
That's what I'm saying, Matt.
Yeah.
But Man of Steel just came out 10 years ago, and they did nothing with that.
Right. So
Well,
let's see what
I
they do.
We'll just do 15 iterations of Batman for the next 40 years.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
Yeah.
because Batman made them money. That's why they keep doing it. That's why they keep doing it.
I stopped
Batman made them
caring.
money.
I stopped caring after the second Christian Bale one.
I actually like the Christian Bale versions. I
I
thought they
only-
were much better.
The Dark Knight one, the beginnings I didn't care for, was too slow. Dark Knight was, a masterpiece, of course, but one after that was just like 4 hours long, and I just didn't care.
You know, I in general, I go to see fewer and fewer movies because there's so much good shows that are developed over 6 or 7 episodes on various channels. A movie it's hard for a movie to make it a really good story.
Oh, I disagree.
Right.
I'm
Well,
a
there's
movie
less
goer.
movies I'm
I'm
willing
definitely
to
a
pay to
cinephile.
see.
What's that?
So there's less movies I'm willing to pay to see.
Exactly.
For
But
sure.
still plenty of movies I'd like to see.
I'm almost ready for Hollywood to run out of film, to be honest with you. But
Yeah.
like I thought when they remade Dune, I'm like, oh God, they really screwed this up. But they really, really didn't. I mean,
It was good. It was good.
because I'm a fan of the books, and I thought that they nailed it. I really did. I thought they nailed the movie, the look of it. The story it's going to be tough for people to follow because, like at the end of the second one, he marries the daughter of the emperor, his grandfather.
Well,
which
that's
technically is incest, but whatever.
That's in the book, though. That's in Herbert's
It
book.
is.
Yeah.
Well, but they talked about that too, and he had children with her, but he's supposed to be in love with Johnny.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense to dude. Pick one.
No, that's kind of like typical at those high levels of
Yeah.
politics. Is
Yeah.
you have a concubine, which is the person you really care about, but
Yeah.
in order to link the political families, you have to kind of.
Well, I mean, that's how Paul Atreides was actually born. He was born
that's the
from
whole-
Jessica, who was a concubine.
That's why those
So-
books are so damn thick. And Herbert wrote 4 of them, I think.
Yeah, no, he wrote 6. They span thousands and thousands of years.
Yeah.
It's a great story. If you've never read it, I recommend it.
Oh,
If you're
no,
a fan of sci-fi, you need to read these books.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
I think the last movie we saw was the Ronald Reagan biopic, and it was definitely a B movie, but it was still good. Me and Carol went
That's
to
what
see.
James Brolin played Reagan, right?
Yeah.
No, Dennis
Yeah,
Quaid.
Or Dennis
Yeah,
Quaid,
Dennis
yeah.
Quaid.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
He definitely sounded the part.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, you,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
you could definitely tell it was a B movie, but I was like, hey, this is pretty good still.
Man, I don't mind B movies as long as they're entertaining.
Yeah, I finally saw Sirocco or
Oh, Sicario.
Sicario. Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So I got Sicario 2 in the wings.
You mean the drug cartel show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first one was okay. I didn't see the second.
I saw
John Voight
two
directed that
series
movie.
on Netflix. One was called The Sirens, and one was called Department Q. Both of them were really good.
Who? Pharma Q.
Department.
Department Q. It's a
Department
British,
Q.
Scottish
Oh yeah.
detective
Yeah.
on Netflix.
That was good. I like that. That
Yeah.
kind of.
Season 2 would be good.
That was really well written.
See, and that's what I'm talking about. It takes many episodes to develop that story, right?
Yeah.
It's just to jam that into a movie, you know?
Well, and it was just like it's just like the lines came at an unexpected time, and you're kind of like, and it gave you a pause for it to sink in, and then let you
Yeah.
land.
Yeah, yeah.
That was just that was a well crafted series.
Yeah.
And then right after that, I've been watching. What was the one that takes place in the White House? The usher in the White House gets killed, and they bring in that gal to do the.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, kind of.
The detective?
Miss
That's so
Marvel.
good, man.
That was a good one too.
Yes. What's her name? What is her name? Where she's eating sardines all the time?
Yeah, I know. I don't know the actress's name, but yeah, she was really good, man.
She was
that the one with- is that-
She was the dwarf's son, the dwarf king's son's wife in the recent Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay.
You're talking about the Rings of Power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's a
Tolkien fans
comedy
don't talk
show,
about that series.
there's a comedy show on Netflix. It's 7-8 episodes where there's a murder in the White House, and
it's
he's
so
a
good.
detective, and it's funny basically. It's like a comedy murder mystery.
So let me ask you this, Chris.
Yeah.
So is it like Miss Marple in the White House, or it's that whole Agatha Christie kind of?
Yeah, it is. It's
Oh.
good. It's intelligent too. So
Yeah.
Is that like Murder, She Wrote, only in Washington?
yeah.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you watch it and it's like, this is familiar, but it's like you go beyond
The Resident is the name of the show.
Pardon?
The Resident.
Yeah.
And the character's name is Cordelia Cup.
Cordelia Cup, yeah. She's a murder, man.
Sounds like a Harry Potter professor.
It's good. It's funny as hell.
God, it's good. It's well acted, too. I mean, they got, I'm really impressed with non-mass media production.
Yeah.
So what's it called again?
It's called The Resident. And
Okay.
Residence
that's
or
what's good to
residence?
The Resident. And
Yeah,
then
Resident.
there's Department Q. And then there's one called Sirens, which is hilarious as hell.
I gotta see, that's on my list, too. Yeah.
Yes.
That's okay.
Barbecue.
I'm always looking for more comedy shows to watch because I just can't find anything that's actually funny anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you'll like The Resident. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's intellectual. But you know what? You know what you need with the Residents? A freaking game card. You
I know.
can't keep track of all these
I know.
people.
Well, I love how she won't say anything. I don't want to give away anything, but she's interviewing people that might have killed him. She just doesn't talk, and they feel like they have to talk until it's
That's right.
it's
Exactly.
bullshit.
That's right.
Almost like, oh God, what was that show? Not McCloud, Columbo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. One more thing. One last thing.
Love that show.
Yeah, Chris, that guy, the president's brother? Yeah, the president's brother.
Residence.
Yeah.
Who's that guy? He looks really familiar. I may be
He's been
confusing
in tons of
him.
shows. Yes.
Pardon?
He's been in a lot of shows, yes.
That
Comedy.
guy, man, that was a comedy gem right there.
Yes, it was. And the mom, too, where, she was watching what she was watching on TV. I'm not going to say it here yet.
Oh, Jane Curtin. Yeah, she.
Oh my God, she's in that? I love
Yeah.
Jane Curtin.
Oh,
She plays the president's mother.
Oh God.
She's an alcoholic.
he's carried both those movies, Department Q and Residence. You have some of the best, well-drawn characters I think I've
I'm
seen.
telling you, they're great stories, and it's like I can't wait to watch the next episode.
Yeah, really. Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly one of those things where you just watch like 3 or 4 hours in a row. 4 hours, That was.
Jim, did you ever watch that Man in the High Castle or whatever we talked about?
No, I haven't. I
That's
haven't
good.
had a whole lot of time to watch anything, to be honest.
That's
with you.
good too.
Hey, Chris, you know what? That's really scary. The Man in the High Castle. That's scary.
It's a good show, though.
Especially considering I was watching it during that whole period with, all of the stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Because it's so damn close to reality of what could happen. I mean, or at
Can't
least
watch this TV.
Yeah.
just,
I really enjoyed The Man in the High Castle till they went off the rails.
which
Yeah.
was when? Which was when?
Like the end of the second season
Yeah, sci-fi.
with the time travel and
Oh yeah,
portals.
interdimensional travel. Yeah. Well,
I was like, really, you're just grasping at straws. I mean, it was good because it was realistic.
they had to. Yeah, I got that. They had to explain why that happened versus our reality, and then how do they,
Sounds more drama.
the whole. How do you get some of that information into that twisted reality? And so they had to have a linkage.
It looks like a British comedy, so it's kind
Yeah, I want
But
to
you're,
know.
but you're right, Gavin. It was kind of like yeah, it kind of.
I like the Sherlock series.
It's like, you know,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Cumberbatch? I
it's
like that, yeah.
That's
the
good.
best, the best Sherlock Holmes adaptation.
I've been wasting a lot of my life watching Netflix lately.
I like the Robert Downey Jr.
I like those too, but I like Robert Downey Jr. in general. So
I did. I do too.
I've been trying to get rid of Netflix because they went from no commercials to the same rate but with commercials,
Yeah.
and it's just like,
Everybody's doing it, man. They're jacking
Yeah.
the prices of everything up.
Can't get rid of
So
it.
I did see Disney Plus is going to be doing the Book of Boba Fett Chapter 2,
Oh,
and it's going to be based on the KW Jeter's Bounty Hunter Wars series.
Ooh.
Of
Oh.
books.
that's good.
that could be good.
Yeah, that's going to have
I
like all.
thought
It's going to have like
shows were just okay.
it's going to have like IG-88, Bosk, and Forlone,
Oh,
and all those guys.
when IG-88 was new-ish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
is that crazy?
Yeah. Probably one of the oldest droids in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah,
And he's a killer.
yeah.
You gotta be kidding me.
Someone was saying that when they do Spaceballs 2, they better do Baby Yoda, but call him Gogurt.
Gogurt.
That would be awesome.
Like you have to. You just have to do that.
Yes.
Yeah, you really, really do.
you know, speaking of remakes, I always wonder whatever happened to Black Bart.
What?
From Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. What happened?
He'll
to
do
those-
it. He makes it.
Oh, I know why. Because Cleavon Little passed away. That's right.
Yeah,
Oh, and so did Gene Wilder too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
Yeah, you know, they can't remake. They can't redo Blazing
well,
Saddles.
not so much a remake, but like Blazing Saddles 2, the follow-on. What happened to the?
Oh, they were gonna do it into a TV series and it bombed.
That's what. Yeah.
Just
That
like
was
they
all
did.
Black-
What was the History of the World? They tried to do that, and it's horrible.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
it.
All right.
Did you like it?
It wasn't good every second of it, but a majority of it I liked. It's just like not every
Yeah, that
bit
was
really lands, but most of the bits landed. I think
That's
they could have
the-
made
that's the
that a
one where,
movie
like-
instead of a TV show, and it would have done fine.
Exactly. I think they should have.
Wait, you're talking about History of the World?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, they made
Mel
a History of the
Brooks?
World part. I guess it was part 1.
Yeah,
Is it-
part 1. That was the movie. That was Mel Brooks' movie.
But I thought History of the World part 2 was the movie.
no,
I always get those backwards.
I just watched it again.
the show or the
no.
movie.
No. What I watched was a funny thing happened on the way to the forum with Zero Mostel. Sorry.
That's a funny movie too.
The History of the World, that movie is. Mel Brooks has a direct line to my funny bone. I don't care what anybody says. That man is
Right.
freaking hilarious.
He's like 99, 98.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
He's still going. Crazy.
still going. And he's supposed to be bringing back. He's gonna play Yoda.
Yep, that's what he said. They got him and Bill Paxton back, and Rick Moranis back.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
Barf is gonna be dead, you know, because John Candy.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do about Barf.
Yeah. Or because Joan Rivers dead too.
Yeah.
And so is the not the king.
Oh yeah, that was something Van
Van
Dyke.
Patten.
He was a Van Dyke.
Van
Yes,
Patten.
thank you. Yes, he's dead. And then who's it?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
they
yeah.
approached her about her coming back, but
I think she said no.
I think she said I'm too old.
Yeah, I think that was a hard no for her. But which
You know
was a
what they
shame,
should really
by
do?
the way.
They should really have his cameo near the end of that movie. That would be hilarious.
Who?
George Lucas.
Yeah.
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 That's funny.
Because he was actually asked, hey, is this okay if I parody your Star Wars movie? And he's like, oh yeah, it's hilarious, do it.
Yeah, do it.
You just can't merchandise.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Spaceballs the Flamethrower. The kids love this one.
Did you guys see Tim Gunderman's large model of that Star of David spaceship?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, man.
that thing was wild.
Is it lit up and all
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
The actual flying Star of David.
He said somebody was at I guess he took it to Wonderfest, and somebody that worked on that movie knew Mel Brooks and called Mel Brooks and sent him pictures of that thing.
How cool would that be?
That'd be crazy.
Hey, would you autograph my model?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Carol, what you working on?
Peace and quiet.
Not in this
He's reading
group.
their acceptance letter into Harvard right now.
Oh, I wish.
She's been mighty quiet over there. And it's a secret too.
Now she's on this. You know, I'm colorblind, and that's an interesting shade of Gary you're turning.
Oh, no.
Gavin's going to be in trouble later on. You didn't tell me it was going to be public. Everybody had to see me.
No, I did.
Yeah, but you're pretty.
He's a smart man. Yeah.
Just begging me. So
Hey, they wanted you to
Off
come
you go,
on.
Laurel.
I was just trying to give
You
the
did.
people what they want,
That's right.
like a good politician.
Wait a minute. There's an oxymoron.
Since when do we have any of
Boy, they sure are milking that.
What are you working on?
Talk to Gavin.
What are
We're
you
not
working
here.
those?
She's working on good stuff.
Hold on. She's got something she's working on.
Oh, fallen gnat.
Oh, what is that?
Airfix,
Oh.
fallen gnat. Yeah.
The gnat.
Scale.
Didn't you get that in St. Louis?
yeah.
Yeah.
What
Get that
scale is it?
172.
See,
Is it any good?
Matt's got it.
Of course, Matt has it.
Do you guys live in the same town?
Yeah. We went to school together.
It'll look like that when it's done.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a. And that's just, it just looks like how you think a jet would look.
Yep.
Yeah.
From the
It
name.
just kind of, it's kind of boring jet. Kind of like a Hellcat, Hellcat's kind of a boring airplane when you really look at
Totally
it.
boring. I regret buying it, to be honest with you.
what the hell?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's just plain blue.
Yeah. It's a plane, PLAIN plane.
Yes. Yes. Completely. Like I'm doing
Yeah,
this
same.
47, and it's gonna have a white tail. It's gonna have a yellow nose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be cool.
I am such a fan of the Hellcat, though. I mean,
Me too.
that's
story-
I like the
No.
silver and the red. Usually they're all red, for the
but if you
demonstration.
want to do an interesting Hellcat, you can do what is it?
Try to.
The Argentinian version.
Yeah.
The HM, what is it? The HM bird or whatever they call that. You could do like a training version that's got the orange stripe behind, right in front of the vertical stabilizer, like they did on the Corsair.
This will be my first glossy blue one, so I'm gonna try to like dirty it up around the exhaust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put a gray wash on the panel lines, or you know.
I am a huge fan of the Hellcat. It's but I'm partial to naval aviation too. So
Weirdly,
Yeah, I mean,
I am too. And I'm
when you
I was in the Navy, but I was in the Air Force. And, I mean, I like Air Force planes, but I love Navy planes. I don't know why.
yeah, to me they were just more interesting. I mean, look at the Panther for God's sakes.
Yes, I like that '80s high vis with the gold gray on top, white on the bottom, and all kinds of cool tail
Says
logos.
he
that are
has
squadron
the hot
colors.
shot
Yeah.
decals version.
Really?
That's what he says.
That's
my
awesome.
second. That's my second favorite. My first favorite is like the Gulf War. Like you have A7s that are just ratted out, and Tomcats that are just in the gray that are ratted out. I love that.
They were beat down.
Mine was always the tricolor Corsairs. They had the little where the light what is it, the light sea blue would have that little curl right at the trailing edge of the wing.
Yep, the tricolor.
Yeah. Yep. Love that.
The medium blue in the middle, the dark blue on the top, and the white on
And
the
then
bottom.
almost the white on the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love that.
And then
If I
compared
were
to everything else, look at the Corsair. I mean, nothing looks like the Corsair with its wing,
I know.
with the
That's why
cockpit
it's my
sticking
favorite.
back.
That's why it's my second favorite plane.
The Wildcat even, it's just so short and stubby.
It looks like a little pig.
Yeah, it looks like a little pig, but the Hellcat's just kind of boring.
I thought the Hellcat looked like a little pig, little
I
fat
agree.
bird.
When it comes to naval aircraft from World War II, I like the SBD and the Corsair. They both look
Yep.
unique.
Yeah,
The
I like
Hellcat
the
and the
SUV.
Wildcat are plain. I won't even. I will never build the Helldiver after reading on how horrible that thing is.
Yeah,
No, I've got
I
those.
saw a Helldiver.
I got
I
those.
saw a Helldiver in real life. It was huge.
Yeah, they're big. Well, wasn't that the one that had the which one? What was the one that had the ball turd on the bottom? Wasn't it? It wasn't the Dauntless. It was the
No, the Avenger had one up top with a single gun.
The torpedo bomber, right?
right. But there was one on that. There was one that had it on the bottom. It was almost like a. It almost looked like a tail gunner position.
Yeah.
And it had 3 crew members. You had the one on top, or you had the pilot. You had the one back, was a gunner, and then there was one below him.
It was one of those the torpedo bombers, I thought.
Yeah.
I thought so too. The Devastator,
Maybe the Avenger.
maybe the Avenger.
The Avenger had the tail gunner on the top. I'm looking at it right now on Wikipedia. It has it on the top in the rear, and it had 3 crew.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do I share my
The
screen?
Avenger's a big airplane. It's got a door cut inside of it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
that
I
one makes a
think.
cool
You
model
had to fit
too.
2 guys in there. They don't make many models of that. I think Trumpeter made one, but yeah, it's a big
That's the
plane.
one that H.W. Bush flew.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yes, there's a really good story, a book I read about that.
Yep. I've read that story too.
So,
Bush is on his plane.
no, it wasn't really about him. It was I forget the
There
name
you
of the book.
That was about that mission.
It was right, and here's the horrible part. Okay, so if I'm recalling this right, so they were trying to take out the radar tower on the island because it was warning the Japanese mainland when planes would fly over it, right? And there was a small garrison of Japanese people there, soldiers, whatever. So he went in for a bombing run, and then he got hit, and he overflew the island, and he purposely made the plane almost stall so his guys could get out first, right? So he's holding the rudder, right? And so they don't smack in the tail, and they bail out, and then of course he then gets out. Well, they all 3 parachute down, the 3 of them, and he was far enough out that the tide didn't take him back in. He got picked up by a submarine. The other two guys, tide took him in. The Japanese captured him, and they were killed. Not only were they killed, but the Japanese soldier, the officer in charge there, cut their liver out. It was a samurai thing, and they ate pieces of their liver to prove they were warriors or whatever. But
Yeah.
it was like he barely got out far enough, and he and it wasn't because he was trying to. He was trying to help his guys get out of the plane, not smack on a tail, you know. So
Yeah.
it's a great story, but horrible ending, you know.
Hey, Chris, does that shed new light on when he puked on the Japanese foreign minister?
I have no idea.
You think he may have been sending a message?
Yeah, I don't know. I put a picture in the chat of the Avenger. It's a good picture too. From
He
Wikipedia.
gets up there. So I hear you like liver.
Well, that guy.
Just think about if the tide was slightly different. We could have had two different presidents, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
That's got a
And he was
bulger
like
at the
18.
bottom.
And what
What's that?
do you think? Go ahead, Grant.
Well, I was just wondering, I don't see the ball turret on the bottom. This is the Avenger.
Yeah, it's on top.
Yeah.
Didn't somebody ask about the one that had the ball turret on the bottom?
I thought there was one on the bottom.
I know there's a ventral position. It's just like a hole in the floor.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah. That would be the SPD, right? The Douglas?
No, that's the Dauntless. No, it does not have that. It's only got 2 crew.
No, I was wondering about the one that had the gun on the ventral gun, like Gavin mentioned.
No, that's the Avenger. It's got 3 crew members in there.
Yeah, it's the Avenger.
But which one had the lower ventral?
It didn't.
The Avenger.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
The Avenger's got the top turret, and then the lower, where the guy lays down on his belly.
Oh, it had both, upper and
Yeah.
lower.
Yeah.
Okay.
George says there's a new video online of the Privateer. It looks beautiful. It's Eric Johnston's channel.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think I've seen that pop up. I'll have to watch that.
So
Is it a new
That's-
kit?
it didn't say.
I'd like to build. That's a B20, maybe B25, right?
Yeah.
20,
Yeah.
20,
24.
B-24.
Liberator.
Yeah.
And longer
And if it's-
fuselage.
If it's a privateer, then it's got the single tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PB4.
No, it's a
it-
real
it-
aircraft.
yeah,
It's a
it
real
was-
aircraft, not a model.
Yeah.
Well, they do have a model of it. Trumpeter actually made one, and it wasn't good.
Right. There's all these conversion kits you gotta buy. I heard.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I started
Maybe-
going down that rabbit hole when I was
That's
like,
the one guy on Model Geeks is doing that.
Yeah.
Yes, he's been
Yeah,
doing it
but
for 2 years.
If he ever finishes the damn thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Frildo, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
tease him all the time because now they got some kind of bet where if he doesn't finish this year's Nats, he has to take
Look
it
at
out.
that.
Yeah, they got a pool going to see if he's ever going to finish the dang thing.
Yeah. That's good,
That's a
man.
joke.
Yeah, it is.
Guess
There's
you're
so
not
much you
saving
gotta
that
do
for
to it before you even button it up. So
Yeah.
it's crazy.
You'll poke your eye out.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, we survived the chart era. That was one of my grandfather's favorite games. All right, kids, here, catch.
When my dad was a kid, my uncle and my aunt were playing it, and my uncle just let it go. And my dad looked up and saw that it was coming towards his little baby brother. My dad reached up and grabbed it as it was coming down and went right through his hand.
Ouch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did your dad,
16
did he
stitches.
sharpen them? Did
What?
he sharpen them? Did
No.
he sharpen them?
No.
Okay. Grandpa liked to sharpen his.
Oh.
Because he said they stuck better. I'm like, my grandmother was like, you can't do that. You're going to hurt some. He never hurt anybody. But, you know, hey, it's
Yeah.
Grandpa. When you're not going to tell him any different. He's going to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, that was horrible. Oh, my
You know, do stupid
God.
things,
Hey, on there.
expect stupid consequences.
Yeah.
Amen. All right, can you guys see that? Oh, there it is. Go this way. I'll go this way, and then God, this camera. Got the glass on.
Oh,
Good.
All right.
that's gonna hurt.
Pain in my ass. I'm gonna have to see that. That's what glue does to your paint job.
Wait. I can't see. What is that? What? Oh, that
What are we
shiny part?
talking at?
That shiny
what-
right next to the gun?
That's what paint does to your, or that's what glue does to your paint job.
That white spot right under the barrel?
Yep.
Oh,
Hey.
why did you do that?
Because I am a moron.
I guess you all got to be less rods.
Right. You know, whenever Bob actually does show up, we're like, you know, you don't need to be here. We've got dad jokes already. We're good.
So, that's easily fixable, though, isn't it, Joe?
Oh yeah, I just touch it up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just. Oh,
Is
come
George
on.
still on? Is George in Australia still on?
Yeah.
So I went back and started On the Bench's podcast for day one. Every time I listen to that thing, I think of George. And it starts back in 2017. I got like 200 episodes to go through.
Yep.
Wow.
But it's good. I like those guys. I'd like to meet them, but I don't think I'd be getting them to Australia attention.
If you ever go to nationals, I've met Dave Goldfinch.
Yeah.
Shook his
They're
hand.
good. All of them seem really cool.
Yeah.
There's that, I just finished an episode with the big model show in Australia. I'd like to go to that. That'd be cool. I forget what it's called, but
Scale ACT.
yeah.
George would be the only reason I'd ever go to Australia. To be honest.
Well, that would be the bonus. You could meet George too at the same time and go see that show and go see those guys on the bench. It would be and go to Australia.
Wow.
Otherwise, I have no desire to go to Australia. It's got the highest population of deadly animals, and I'm a buffet.
Taste the, what's it called? The Vegemite?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no, I
No,
had.
thanks on the Vegemite.
You do not want it. I guarantee it. It's not good.
Isn't it just like fermented something?
Yeah, it's not good.
Fermented gross.
Come on,
He
George.
says he likes the podcast too, even though he doesn't build cars. I'm more like Julian on the podcast.
Yeah, I like Julian. Yeah, they're all good. I like Ian too. He's funny. They're
He
shit
lets you
fillers.
make me cringe, he said.
Ask him if he's ever eaten. Hey George, have you ever eaten Vegemite?
And what are your thoughts on it?
I think he said yeah. And that was
Yeah, I think we've
disgusting,
asked
if I
him
remember
this.
correctly.
Have we?
I think
We
he's-
might have.
I think he has verified our opinions that it is gross.
Yes.
Maybe we're getting lax on our Australian questions.
Yeah.
Now I will say the other day, Men at Work, Land Down Under came on, and my son goes, "Hey, that's George's song."
Yeah. Every time I hear that song, I think of George. Yep, every time.
He goes, "Yeah, not often, but I can take Vegemite."
Ooh. It's almost like you have to, though. If you're born in Australia, you almost have to like it. You know, it's like marmalade here. A lot of people don't like it, but some do. I'm not a fan of it. Like
Never had it.
sauerkraut. It was sauerkraut. There's two kinds of people with sauerkraut. Those that absolutely love it, and those that are absolutely revolted by it.
I kind of like it.
I happen to be in the latter.
Mhm.
It's not even allowed to be cooked in the house.
Get on a hot dog with mustard.
No, it's not good at all. It's just, it's cooked cabbage soaked in vinegar.
It is.
It's not good.
I grew up eating cabbage rolls and kraut, so I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
I like the cabbage rolls. I really don't care for
Oh,
the
meat and
kraut.
cabbage.
He goes,
Okay,
"People are
fine.
shocked by how much I put on toast. I only eat it for the B vitamins."
You know, they make supplements for that reason.
Yeah, they do.
You know what? You know what I would equivalent it to?
They happen to call them B vitamins. You know, just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question for you guys. I got a hobby boss. Okay?
Uh-huh.
It's 1/35th scale, right?
Sure.
I'm looking at these instructions, and every now and then there's like a section, a little cutout section that says Finish SHOU. What does that mean? Finish SHOU. It's like just a little box, a couple of different areas here.
Now is it just like
Well, the
finished,
Tommy box is probably Korean.
Well, yeah, there's some definite. Yeah, there it is. That's Korean text above it. Oh,
I gotta go.
There you go.
Get in the car.
Bye, Chris. See ya.
Thank
Bye,
you very
Lon.
much. Take care.
See
And
ya.
Carol, nice seeing you. Carol with a K. All right, bye.
Bye.
Uh-oh, Carol has a nickname already. Carol with a K.
all right. Take a picture of
that's her
that.
nickname at church.
My nickname in general, people call me that.
Oh,
Hey, it's better than mine. They call me F.U. Jimmy.
No, turtle.
Turtle is my true nickname. So I
My
guess I
nickname growing up was Bob.
George says, yeah, I did cabbage rolls as a kid.
Gross.
So over in
don't mind
England,
it.
they have this.
cabbage rolls are good. Cabbage roll on.
What is that?
Bovril.
Bovril.
Bovril on wheat.
A thick, salty meat extract paste.
Oh, that makes it sound so appetizing.
I know.
I
Give me
think
some of that.
I think that came out of the wall.
Paste.
Yes.
Yeah, meat paste just kind of ruins it for me,
And it's actually banned in the United States.
Good.
as it should be.
The FDA refuses it based on improper labeling, meaning inadequate listing of ingredients in some cases, or lack of nutritional information in others.
So it's literally mystery meat juice.
It's a jar of filler.
Yes. So, yeah.
Well, you can make your own hot dogs. It's a hot dog kit.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's a scale hot dog kit. Yay!
Yeah.
No.
Hey, we screw up a lot in this country, but banning that crap is one of the best things we've ever done besides overthrow the king.
And George goes, he says, first off, nice stains, Jim, and I don't do chicken feet at Chinese restaurants.
Oh, me either. Oh man, that is.
Nope.
Where do you get
Ugh.
anything?
If you go to like, okay, so I was actually stationed in Guam for a while, and there they eat what they call offal, OFFAL. It's
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
internal organs, right? So I've had cow tongue, I've had cow brain, I've had monkey brain, I've had snake
that whole
eggs.
section in Temple of Doom.
Those are gross. Don't try those. Not great. Not great. When I was younger, I was a bit of a what I call a gastronaut. I tried a bunch of stuff. Like I've had crickets, I've had ants, I've had escargot, which is actually not bad. Grasshopper, scorpion, snake, shark, alligator. Alligator's really good. Shark is really good. What else? Oh, I've had octopus, which I don't care for, and not calamari either. Calamari is
Squid.
yeah, it's squid, but I've had octopus and it's not good. I guess I have tried a bunch of different stuff that I like stuff that can eat me, like shark. That's awesome because I know it can eat me, so I'm gonna eat it back.
Finish shoe.
Who's at the top of the food chain now?
Right? Everybody's going, wait, when you go to Hawaii, you're gonna go swimming? I'm like, I walked out there and I walked in and I didn't get deeper than waist deep. I mean, look at me. I'm a freaking buffet. A shark comes up and goes, oh man, did I hit the lottery on this one? No thanks.
I like swimming, but I got stung by jellyfish.
Yeah.
And I've been real leery since then. They're bad down at Gulf Shores.
You go down to Australia, they have the box jellyfish that you can't even see, and you got like 20 minutes before you need to go to the hospital. No, thank you.
You know, Jim. George is watching this, thinking those Americans are a bunch of Okay, we were recording.
We're still on.
Okay.
If I'm wrong, I will allow George to correct me. But
I'll tell you, you got to hand it to a race of people that can swim with saltwater crocodiles, box jellyfish, practically every venomous sea creature in the world.
again, it has.
And then you get to
Yeah.
things like the brown snake and
Yeah.
what's that damn spider that will
Yeah, it's called the funnel web spider.
funnel webs. I mean,
It's your shoes. It likes to live in your shoes.
so
No.
it's like, anybody from Australia, that's kind of like, well, okay. From the city, no. Anywhere
No.
else? Wow.
No. No thanks.
Here you go. George goes, let's see, he watched a video recently called Tribe. People reacted to cheesecake. It was really cool. And he goes, no, I'm with you guys. I'm not Steve Irwin. I make models and making models keeps me safe.
Thank you, George. Thank you very
You
much.
have, like, does the lizard just walk up in your place, though?
Hey, I get them
I
down here.
vaguely remember this, that there's just a lizard just chilling in your apartment or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, what the hell? Oh,
I would freak out. A lizard, not so much, but like a funnel web spider, no.
Depends on
And
how
like-
big a lizard.
Well, that's true. Because technically,
Yeah,
isn't
a
an
lizard the
alligator a
size of a
lizard?
house cat.
I don't know.
Yeah, lizard was scary.
Yeah. But it's not nearly as bad as the camel spider. Yeah, because the camel spider in the desert of Saudi Arabia and all that in the Middle East, they chase you because they're big enough to chase you. They're big. They're the size of a freaking dinner plate. Yeah. No. That's, yeah.
Second scale. Good lord. Or no, 160 whatever.
It wasn't 167 second.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
165.
160.
Yeah, I thought that's what you said.
Okay. Now, go up here, we'll do this. Good.
Yeah, you put it on the box.
No. It was box scale.
Box scale.
I wonder how that term came about.
Yes, well, I'll tell you. I know exactly how. So,
I knew you were.
back in the day, companies like Aurora, Monogram, and Grell didn't make the boxes. So Aurora, for example, they would contract the art to be made, and then they would have an overlay that wraps around the top of the box. That would be made by someone else. That company would ship it to the box people, who only had certain size boxes to choose from, and they'd be pasted on there, and then they'd be shipped to Aurora in West Hempstead, New York. So the box people really had a certain set of sizes to fit on store shelves.
Okay.
So that's how you get all like 165, because they had to fit in this box so they could put them on the shelf. It was the standard size of box. It was like 5 inches by whatever was one of the size boxes. That's how you get like the weird 1 to 425th scale Ravel, Arizona, and stuff like that.
So when they say box scale, it's because the size of the box that it has to fit in.
Yeah, because it's fit to that size box.
I didn't know that. That's weird. Okay. Now I know. See? Learn something new every day on this channel. Every damn day.
It's because in the late 50s, Ravel would do like gift sets around Christmas time. You get like 3 kits of Navy fighters or 3 bomber kits or whatever, and they would all like come out the same size physically because they were all set to that box scale, even though they would be wildly different airplanes.
Yeah.
You get like
it's funny you mention that because I built one of my early models that I built when I got back into the hobby was my buddy Lou loves the Spitfire. And I built a 1/72nd version of the Spitfire from Airfix. Not a bad kit, but the thing is tiny. I mean, the thing is like when I compare it to the size of my 1/72nd Hellcat,
But you get a spatula for putting in body plate.
they look like the scales look off.
I have one in there.
Yeah.
It's not, I wouldn't call it a spatula.
And then
It's flat.
me and Wendy went to the air show out here at Spirit of St. Louis,
Where did you buy this?
and they had a Spitfire
supermarket, discount store,
parked
store,
right next to a Corsair.
That was
Yeah,
and the size difference was palatable. I was like blown away.
I heard the word
Yeah,
That's
dinosaur.
how small
it's a
that
tiny
plane
airplane.
is. It is. I
So
was
is
blown
the-
away by how small it was.
So is the BF-109. It's a tiny airplane.
Is it? I've never seen one up. I've never seen one in person.
Oh, it's tiny. It's like,
It's like the pilot wears it.
yeah.
Yeah. I knew they didn't like getting in the cockpit because they called it the Iron Coffin or something. But
There's dudes with half-ton pickup trucks bigger than that airplane.
yeah,
Yep.
I'm trying to think. Did they have one of those at Wright Pat?
Good point.
The BF-109? I don't think they do. Because that would be the only place I'd ever seen one.
They might. There's I forget where the place is, but there's a place right now that's getting ready to restore Stuka to flight to airworthiness. It'll be the only one in the world.
Yes, George, he
Really?
went over it at the well, it might have been pre-stream.
What?
George
Yes.
asked if Matt went model shopping.
Yes, I went model shopping. You missed it.
I think he did that before the stream
Yeah.
started, though.
All right, it's at the very beginning. So I got that.
Such a cool car.
The
That.
Pteranodon!
Carol's got that. Pteranodon.
That.
The Steggy.
That.
The Bell X1. Cool airplane.
That is such a great airplane. And that kit's not bad.
FW-190 egg plane. And a small Enterprise to go with the Deep Space Nine. And then a resin one of the reconstituted class 1701 Starship. They couldn't put Enterprise.
You do realize that if you're going to put that with your Deep Space Nine, that the Constitution class would have never been there.
I know.
Okay.
But it'd be kind of fun to put it there anyway.
Hey. Or be it for me to tell you which, it's your model, buddy.
That's right. But somebody might say, that doesn't belong there.
You'll never catch me saying that.
Man, everyone's building models except for me because my workbench is not here.
Why not?
Of course.
It's at my grandpa's house. He lives next door, but we own the house. So it's technically on our property.
Gotcha.
But it's a little late. When I get the Constitution ready, I'm going to bring it up here. That way I don't have to move it after all the rigging's done.
Gotcha.
So I'll be able to do a little bit.
So, Gavin, the rigging on that, how are you going to do that? Are you doing it with thread? Did it come with rigging?
It comes with rigging, thread, and diagrams. From what I've heard, you start at the bottom and you work up and out.
Yes, you have to.
Well,
You go bottom, you go deck to mast, and then you go amidships out. You can go amidships to bow and stern, but you also go amidships to rail. You want to start in and then work out. Yeah.
Yeah, the keel to the rail, yeah.
Yes. It's not as bad as it looks. My dad used to do it all the time. And I actually had to do it for him because his eyesight's crap. And I was young, so he'd have me do it. It's not as bad as you might think.
I'm not.
It's time consuming. It takes a lot of time.
I'm not too concerned about it because I will be able to like do it when I get off work at 10.
Yeah.
That would be good to do it. The biggest hurdles right now is getting the kit ready, getting all the parts done. Right now, I'm rigging up the railings, which are ropes.
Oh yeah.
And that sucks. It sucks.
Because if I'm not mistaken, on that plane, I believe they were chains. I could be wrong.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
So, Jim, there are 3 ME-109s in the United States. One is at the Smithsonian, one is at the American Heritage Museum, and one is at Wright Pat.
I'll tell you where there was a 4th one. You see out there at Smart Field in the hangar. It was undergoing. It was just a fuselage.
Okay.
But I don't know whatever happened to that. So maybe that's one of the 3.
Well, I've seen one because I've been to Right at a bunch.
Right.
Well, here we go. Let's Google.
All right. It's wow. It's 10:30. So.
Holy crap!
We're a little past our ending bedtime. So.
As always.
Yep.
Yeah, for the YouTube.
As we always are.
Yep. So. Got 5 people in the chat. Thanks for watching us here on YouTube. You can join us on our Facebook page, Mom with the Mats. Then you can get the link to be on the live stream. So,
Yay.
join us there. Let's see. And, wow. Season 11. 11 years. Holy crap.
Yep. Wow.
11 on YouTube.
Right.
11.
11 years of being on Facebook and all that. So, kind of cool. So.
Very cool.
We took winters off.
Yeah, that was back when we had.
Yeah, because you were in school, you were teaching, and you didn't want to do it when you were teaching.
Right, and then one day I said,
I remember your first episode.
It was every Monday.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And then Monday started being a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
It was modeling with the mats on Monday.
Yeah.
It was Monday modeling.
Monday modeling with the mats. So.
Yeah.
And now I do it on Wednesday. It just makes it out so much easier.
Wednesday's easier.
Because when it's, so Monday it's like, it's Monday, and then Tuesday it's like, it's Tuesday, but tomorrow's Wednesday.
Yeah.
I have to come downstairs and model. And then Wednesday's here, and then it's like Thursday, Friday. So it's like, it's like the pinnacle of the week. So.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah. But. All right, guys. Yep. Thank you, George. Y'all have a great week as well. Have a happy Thursday today. And,
Always.
All that. So.
Before you say goodbye.
Yep.
Midwest Aero out at Smart Field is working on a restoration of an ME-109.
Nice.
BF. Well, yeah, BF-109.
BF-109.
BF-109. There's ME-109 is a fake designation invented by the U.S.
It's fine.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a BF-109G-6 Gusta.
Yeah.
Gustav.
Yeah. It was recovered from a frozen lake and underwent an 8-year restoration process.
Wow.
They successfully completed the project, showcasing their expertise and adaptability and working with this type of aircraft in contrast to their usual focus on P-51 Mustangs. So, yeah, I guess that's a 4th one then.
Yeah.
Unless,
kind of like plate.
They were only counting ones that were like museum worthy or airworthy.
well, that's what I was saying. It completed a test flight, so it may be one of the 3 that you mentioned, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
That'd
All
be
right, guys.
interesting.
We'll catch y'all next
Thank
week.
you.
And
Awesome.
as always, I'm Matt.
I'm Matt.
This has been Mod the Mats. Model on.